Hello, race fans, and welcome to the URL Hot Lap. And I'm Al Smith, alongside the driver, the number 14 Ada Sign Wraps entry of AJ Bunch, the Ollie's Bargain Outlets, car number 81 of Josh Cotton, and the Smith Media Productions, car number 71 of Nicholas Rasmussen. Good evening, fellas.
How's it going, Al?
How's it going, Al?
How's it going? Very happy to be here.
It's going pretty good, guys. I'm glad that we're here. We're through the regular season, and now the chase begins. But we'll talk about the Lake City RC Speedway 100 from Stafford Motor Speedway this past week, and then we'll look forward to the ALS Sign Wraps 151 at Langley that'll happen this coming Thursday. And we had one caution, and Mr. Banana Man up there, AJ Bunch, was involved in that. And then it went green for the rest of the way, guys. 90 some odd laps under green. What an amazing race! If someone would have told me that we were going to do that at Stafford, I would have told them that they were nuts.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Caution on lap one, and then we went the rest of the race green is pretty incredible. I, for one, did not expect that from any race throughout the season, so that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting a just about caution-free race. When that first one came up, I thought we were going to have quite a few cautions, but it ended out green, and it was a lot of fun.
It just shows what great group of guys we have got running with us here. So it's great to see.
It started off, Nicholas, you grabbed the NHR Pole Award, and what a nice lap there, just edging out CJ Lever in his Speed Force car number 44. And just from start to finish, it was just a really, really good race. You jumped out to the early race lead and went from there. Talk about your race, Nick, and everything that went on, would you?
First of all, the qualifying was really good. The lap just came together right. So obviously starting from first position, jumping out to the early lead. After the first caution, I kind of pulled away from the rest of the field together with Dale O'Neill. I expected a lot more cautions than we really had, so I just decided to go for it, and that burned up my tires pretty good. So already halfway through the race, my tires were pretty shot, and obviously Dale, he got past me. We had a really good race, and I enjoyed it a lot. Had to keep my head cool there. But all in all, a good race. And after I got I lost first position, I just tried to hang back a little and save some tires, waiting for that caution to come out. But obviously it never came, and finished P7. So wasn't the best result, but it was okay, and had a lot of fun.
You were locked in going into this race, so all you were looking for was the W, and yeah, it was. I think that was your worst finish in the last 4 or 5 races. So top 10 is still nothing to sneeze at, and you look pretty solid going into the next 3 final races for the chase for the Cup here in the Lay Enterprises MP Roy Pro Late Model Series. And AJ, it wasn't quite the night that you were hoping for, getting turned early, and then ended up coming home in the 16th spot, but. Then your computer decided to act up a little bit funny, and you withdrew yourself from the chase. Lead us through that decision making?
Yeah, I mean, being an admin in the league, I just want to look out for what's the best for the league, and I didn't want to take somebody out who had a chance of winning the chase and feel guilty about it for a long time. So I just decided to withdraw from the chase, and if I can make it in there, then I can make it in there. If I can't, then I can't. Incident with Jay, yeah, that kind of sucked. It screwed my car up. I mean, I know Jay didn't mean to do it on purpose, but it just sucked that it had to happen to me on lap one. and then I didn't even get a caution or a chance to fix it. So yeah, that was about all the night had for us.
Well, you soldiered on and ended up finishing 16th. So not a horrible loss, but definitely disappointing going into Stafford. And you were solidly inside the chase, and but hopefully, next season when that comes around, we'll have better luck.
Oh yeah, I already plan on ordering a new computer and stuff. So next year we should be all good to go.
And Josh, you ran inside the top 10, started up on the outside. I believe it was row number 2, and you got shuffled back early, but then just kind of ran your own race, and you end up coming home with a top 5.
Yeah, starting up top really hurt me. I think I fell back to 7th or 8th, and I just couldn't get down. Luckily someone gave me some room, and I got down. And I was just riding, trying to save tires because I wasn't sure if it was going to stay green and how tight the setup was. You're going to burn the right front off pretty quick. And I tried to make my way through the field. For me, it was really hard to pass, and I think I only got around 2 guys before the end and finished 7th or 5th. I mean, but yeah, I just couldn't pass anybody. Couldn't get any drive off because it wouldn't turn at all.
The setup was definitely a little bit tight, and you know, I started 21st, and I was like, well, this will probably work out because I'll be able to miss most of the wrecks or slow up enough, and I have a lot of guys behind me. And then when it went green, it was just I was like, oh, I'm probably in trouble here. But somehow I ended up coming up through the field, coming home with 10th, and grabbing the Mach 2 Management Hard Charger Award. And AJ, even though you didn't really DNF, I'd probably say that you got the Ada Sign Wraps Wrecker Wrap Award. It was just in the rookie of the race went to Stefan Marinak. So I don't know about this Stefan guy. I think he might actually be one of my sleepers in the chase. What do you guys feel about the rookie?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a pretty good chase if he can continue to have good runs like he's having. I think that goes for everybody in the chase, though. If you have bad luck, then you're obviously not going to be up there. But I think if these guys can keep running up front and doing everything they've been doing all season, this could turn out to be one of the best chases we've ever had.
Yeah, I agree with Anthony there. I think he's got a really good shot. He's consistent every week. He's always in the top 5, it seems like. He's fast. I mean, honestly, if you can stay consistent through these last 3, you're going to have to finish in the top 10 every race, I feel, to have a shot at the championship. And I think he's got a good shot to get it.
I mean, Stefan, he's definitely one of the guys to look out for. He's clean and he's consistent. He has been running some good races, had some impressive finishes, so he should be a clear favorite in my particular opinion.
He's one of the guys that I'm definitely looking at, and I think Nicholas, you've had a really good season so far, and you're riding in on some momentum. I think you're one of the guys to look at, and I also, I think Josh Cotton. I think you are one of the guys that definitely can put up some numbers if you can get some luck on your side and not getting driven through. But then you got the spoilers that are outside the chase also that are still racing for something, so they're out there looking for the wins, and it's a good mix of guys in a very large chase field. So I think this first week at Langley is going to be a really crucial time for the chase guys. But looking at the results of the Lake City RC Speedway 100, it was CJ Levere capturing his first URL win as he took the lead away from Dale O'Neill. And just never looked back and would go on to win. Dale O'Neill would finish second, followed by Justin Fuller, Stefan Marinak, and Joshua Cotton rounding out the top 5. Brandon Odo would finish sixth, followed by Nicholas Rasmussen, TJ Graves, Tony Manji, and Al Smith Jr. rounding out the top 10. So, with that being said, guys, that was a lot of crucial points there. They had a lot of guys that were really nervous going in there and needed some good runs and got themselves locked in. And CJ was on the outside looking in, and that win catapulted him inside the chase.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty clutch win for him. I know it's really stressful being on the outside looking in, and he did what he had to do to make sure he got himself in, and he got that extra bonus point, so he doesn't start the chase out totally behind everybody.
Yeah, CJ had some bad luck to put him back there, and I always knew he had a fast car, and if he got in there, he'd be definitely someone to watch out for in the chase, and he's in there now. So I'd say there's at least 10 guys that have a really good shot to win this. If not, I'm sure all of them. You know, you could flip a coin on anybody could win it. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad to see CJ in the chase. He deserved it, and he did what he had to do. Honestly, I feel like it's impressive with all the stuff you have to look out for when you're on the outside looking in. So we should have a good chase.
And taking a look at the point standings of how everybody will enter in on Thursday night at the Ada Sign Wraps 151. And it's Justin Fuller and Tony Manji that are tied up on top of the standings. They get 2 bonus points for their 2 wins throughout the season. And then tied for third is Josh Cotton, CJ LeVere, and Nicholas Rasmussen, 1 point behind the top 2. And then you got 2 points remaining of the field of Danny Dubuque, Bruce Hilton, Justin McDuff, Stefan Marinak, EJ O'Rourke, Brandon Odo, Dale O'Neill, Al Smith Jr., and Philip Thompson as your chase field, looking for the coveted championship and knocking off defending champion Brandon Odo. Guys, it's going to be crazy this week in Langley. A lot of the rookies, I know Justin McDuff that made the chase, he's never been to Langley. He just went there and rented the track out and tested it Friday night, and he wasn't getting around there too bad, but I think it's definitely a different animal.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these rookies can handle themselves in the chase. It's definitely a different experience compared to what they're used to, just running, trying to get into the chase. So it's going to be interesting. I think also can hold their own though. So, like Josh said, it's you can flip a coin, anybody can win this.
I think so, and it's definitely looking forward to that. And then we also have a very good tight points battle going on for the Ada Sign Wraps Rookie of the Year. We have Bruce Hilton on top of the standings there with Justin McDuff just 4 points back, followed by AJ Hamill, who's 6 points back, and then Mike Holtzclaw, Cal Frenier, Jay Dubuque, Stefan Marinak, an early points leader of the rookie standings, Rodney Hack, who had some mechanical issues, and it looks like his season might be coming to an end with the Upstate Racing League as his hardware is being sent back to the manufacturer. Dylan Goddard and Roger Holtzclaw, and those standings are all with just 1 drop. So they have 1 more drop that'll happen. So they get 2 of their lowest points earned drops, and then they'll get reshuffled. So I just do a quick look. It looks like possibly Stefan Marinak would be up towards the top of that point standings for the rookie standings.
Yeah, I mean, once you factor in that second drop week, pretty much anything goes. I mean, these guys gotta finish as high as they can every single week. It's not like they can take a week off and just try to get through a race. You only have 2 drop weeks, so even those, if you have more than 2 bad races and you don't finish inside the top 10 the other races, it makes it very hard to win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, after those drop weeks come into effect, that rookie points is really going to tighten up, and I think it's going to come down to the last race. Someone's going to have to outrace someone else, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be really great to watch that battle unfold. So there's something to look out for there.
It will definitely be a race to watch, and looking forward to that. But now let's turn our attention to Langley Speedway, the track in Hampton, Virginia, where we're headed to this Thursday night for 151 laps. The races gain distance and the amount of set of tires for the first 2 races are set at you get 4 tires in the pits. With the extra distance, how much of a difference you think that's going to make going forward in the chase as far as strategy is going?
I don't think based on last year the Langley race will be too tire happy. I mean, you'll see people come in at halfway and then take 4 tires and go. When we come to South Boston, people are even playing a little bit of different strategy, but I still think people will come in halfway and take all 4 tires and go unless you see somebody try to take 2, which doesn't really work at those racetracks. I don't know. It's all the pressure this week's going to be on Brandon Otto. He's never lost an Upstate race here. So, I mean, all eyes are going to be on him, and he's even said that he puts the pressure on himself. So, we'll see if he can come through with another victory.
Yeah, I think this race is going to be way different. I don't think you're going to see a winner going on no tires. I think you're going to have to pit throughout a race because you got those extra 50 laps on this race, and it's going to be a lot more tire management, I guess, and try to keep the track position.
Actually, I feel like if you look at the Stafford race, that brings up an important factor, and that is the long runs. You could see the guys who maybe were quick in qualifying or practice, maybe even struggle on long runs. So the long run is going to be key here, and I don't really see anybody making the full distance without taking tires. So but look up for the long runs.
I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see when people decide to come in and take tires. I know I've been thinking about strategy, and I'm not going to say anything, but it'd be definitely interesting to see when they feel like they need to come in and take tires or when they want tires, because I think if the leaders come in, I think that forces the hand on everybody else. If the leaders pit, they're going to be, I think, just in my opinion, I mean, going from what we've seen earlier in the races where pitting was definitely going to be part of the race, seemed like once the leader went in, everybody else kind of followed suit to stay on the same pit strategy and same tires. But I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see when people decide, all right, it's time for tires or whatnot. Because I mean, 150 laps, and that track's kind of a mixture, I would say, of like a Lanier and Oxford. Wouldn't you say so, Josh?
Yeah, definitely. That's a tricky track. I haven't even figured it out yet. I mean, you got to hit the line perfect every lap, or you're just going to push up the track and someone will try to close the hole below you.
It'll definitely be it'll be something. So you definitely should tune in on Thursday night at 9:15 when we go green at the Ada Sign Wraps 151 from Langley Speedway. With the 3 races, we have Langley, South Boston, and New Smyrna, which is a 200 lap race. Out of those 3, would you guys consider the wild card race of the chase?
I think South Boston is going to be the wild card. That race is either a lot of wrecks or it's a lot of green flag racing. It's really hit or miss. I know last year it wasn't a very good race because there was a lot of wrecks. There's people who got taken out after like 5-lap runs, and there was a lot of cautions. So that's going to be the wild card race. I think New Smyrna and Langley will be 2 really good races. I look forward to seeing many championship battles fluctuate throughout the 3 races. So, I mean, you're definitely going to want to tune in every single week.
Yeah, I think Langley's going to be the wild card race because I don't know, that one race is different than South Boston and New Smyrna, and people are going to want to get a good start in the chase. If you can start off strong, you can carry some momentum through, and if you don't get a good finish, that could pretty much end your chances for the title. So that's why I think Langley will be it, I guess, and it's going to be a good race.
I would say South Boston. South Boston is one of those tracks where it can go bad very, very quickly, and you can quickly pick up some damage. But also Langley, as well as South Boston, with regards to lap traffic. If we get a green flag run, lap traffic could play a role into the race. So both of them, I would say, honestly, could be wildcards.
I'm gonna have to say South Boston with the way the track clogs up. One car spins and it seems like everybody behind them really ends up being a part of it. So I think go with that being said, I think South Boston could either make or break a chase for someone. I think if the 5-10 one guy gets out of South Boston without any issues, I think they're probably going to have a good chance going into New Smyrna, which now New Smyrna is no easy track either, so anything could happen, especially with being 200 laps. It's a lot of time and a lot of real estate that could be given up or even taken in the last race. So I think the pressure is definitely on the 14 guys, and Josh, Nick, and myself. AJ, you were in the seat to be there until you bowed out. So I think we're all in the hot seat, not really sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, being in the chase is a very unique experience. There's a lot of pressure on you. Um, Also, the fact that you don't really know what's going to happen. You have to be up there scoring some good points, but at the same time, you gotta have to have a clean race and avoid trouble. Because one bad race could basically end your chase. So it's a very unique experience, and it's honestly something I look forward to. But yeah, it's going to be hard and unpredictable. So yeah.
Well, definitely time will tell, and we kick off the chase this week, Thursday night at 9:20 for the sign wraps 151 from Langley Speedway. And guys, good luck in the chase, and let's may the best driver win. Nicholas, you had a really good strong start of the season, and hopefully that will continue. But you got a lot of guys out there gunning for that championship.
Yeah, hopefully I can get some of that momentum back. But I also know that the competition here is really hard. So that's something to do with what I said before, that you really gotta have to be up there and scoring some good points, um, and just being consistently up there. That's the key.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for taking some time out of your time today and coming in and doing the show. And we look forward to see what happens Thursday night. And we'll come back next Sunday, and we'll talk about the first chase race and see where everybody stands going into South Boston. But try to get some sleep, and it's a lot of pressure coming up on this Thursday, especially for Brandon Odo, who's undefeated in URL competition at Langley Speedway. So we'll see if he can keep that, or if we'll have a first-time winner at Langley Speedway in the URL. So on behalf of AJ Bunch, Josh Cotton, and Nicholas Rasmussen, I'm Al Smith, and we'll see you at the track.